He was born with nothing. No freedom, no rights, no possessions. His master once grabbed his leg and began twisting it to test his reaction. Epictetus looked at him calmly and said, "You are going to break it." The master twisted harder. The leg broke. Epictetus looked down and said, "Did I not tell you it would break?" No screaming, no begging, no anger, just absolute, unshakable control of his mind. This is the story of Epictetus, a slave who became the most powerful mind in Roman history. And today, his philosophy is going to completely change how you train, how you think, and who you become. Welcome back to Stoic Athlete, where ancient wisdom meets modern fitness. Epictetus was born a slave in ancient Rome around 50 AD. He had no control over his birth, his circumstances, or his physical freedom. And yet, he became one of the most influential philosophers in human history. His teachings shaped Marcus Aurelius. His philosophy influenced the development of modern cognitive behavioral therapy, and his ideas on mental control are more relevant today than they have ever been. Today we're going to break down how Epictetus built an unbreakable mind from the most broken circumstances imaginable, and exactly how you can apply his philosophy to your athletic training. The foundation of everything Epictetus taught can be summarized in one revolutionary idea. He called it the Dichotomy of Control. He wrote in the Enchiridion, his handbook of Stoic philosophy, these opening words: "Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion. Not within our power are our body, property, reputation, office." Read that again for your training. Not within your power, your body's response on any given day, your energy levels, whether you get injured, how fast you recover, what other people think of your physique, your genetics. Within your power, your effort, your attitude, whether you show up, how hard you push, what you eat, how you sleep, your consistency over months and years. Most athletes spend the majority of their mental energy on things outside their control. They obsess over how they look compared to others. They spiral after a bad performance. They quit when results don't come fast enough. Epictetus would say, "You are suffering over things that were never yours to control." The Stoic athlete draws a sharp, clear line between what they control and what they don't. And then they pour every ounce of their energy exclusively into what they control. This single shift, from focusing on outcomes to focusing on effort, is the most powerful mental transformation available to any athlete. Epictetus taught his students something that sounds almost masochistic to modern ears. He told them to deliberately seek discomfort, not because suffering is good, but because voluntary hardship builds what he called the inner citadel, a fortress of mental strength that no external force can breach. He said, "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are." and you will have a tranquil flow of life. In the gym, this is profound. Stop wishing your workouts were easier. Stop wishing the weight was lighter. Stop wishing you had more energy, more time, better genetics. Instead, wish for exactly what you have. The heavy bar, the burning muscles, the exhaustion, the limitation. Embrace all of it as the precise training ground your mind and body need. Epictetus trained his students through voluntary hardship, exposing them to cold, hunger, and physical discomfort deliberately, so that when real hardship arrived, they were not broken by it. For the modern Stoic athlete, this means one thing: stop modifying your workouts to be comfortable. Lean into the hard sets. Choose the heavier weight when you could take the lighter one. Take the cold shower when the warm one is available. Every act of voluntary hardship is a deposit into your inner citadel. Build it brick by brick, day by day, rep by rep. Here is where Epictetus separates himself from every modern motivational speaker. He did not tell you failure was stepping stone to success. He did not tell you to visualize winning. He did not tell you to believe in yourself. He told you something far more powerful. He said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Failure in the gym is inevitable. You will miss lifts. You will have weeks where you regress. You will get injured. You will plateau. You will compare yourself to others and feel inadequate. Epictetus says, make the best use of what is in your power. Show up. Give full effort. Train smart. Recover properly. Be consistent. Then take the rest as it happens. The result of your workout is not within your power. Your effort during your workout is entirely within your power. A Stoic athlete judges themselves exclusively on effort and consistency, never on outcome. This is not lowering standards. This is the highest standard possible, because effort and consistency are the only things you can actually control. When you fail a lift, ask yourself one question only: did I give full effort? If yes, there is nothing to regret. The outcome was outside your control. If no, there is your lesson. Not failure of ability, failure of effort, which is entirely within your power to fix tomorrow. Epictetus had a radical view of the physical body that most modern athletes have never considered. He said, the body is not who you are. It is a tool assigned to you for this lifetime. Your job is to maintain that tool, use it with purpose, and not become enslaved to it. He wrote, never say about anything, I have lost it, but I have returned it. Is your child dead? It has been returned. Is your wife dead? She has been returned. Is your estate taken away? Well, and is not that likewise returned? He applied the same principle to the body. It is on loan. Maintain it well. Use it fully. But do not let your identity become wrapped up in it. This has extraordinary implications for athletic training. The athlete who trains purely for aesthetics, for how their body looks, is enslaved to their body. They are at the mercy of every change, every fluctuation, every perceived imperfection. The Stoic athlete trains for capability, for strength, for health, for the discipline that training produces in the mind. The physical results are a byproduct, not the goal. This shift in motivation produces something remarkable. It removes the emotional turbulence from training. You are no longer devastated by a bad week because you are not training to look a certain way. You are training to build discipline, capability, and mental strength. Those things cannot be lost in a bad week. They compound over years, and they make you unbreakable. Epictetus taught one final principle that every Stoic athlete needs to understand. He said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. First decide who you are, then act accordingly." Every single day, who is the Stoic athlete? The Stoic athlete is someone who shows up when others don't, who trains without applause, who pushes without motivation, who fails without quitting, who succeeds without arrogance. The Stoic athlete does not train to impress. They train to improve. They do not compete with others. They compete only with yesterday's version of themselves. Epictetus understood that character is built in private, in the early morning, when nobody is watching, in the last rep, when every part of you wants to stop, in the decision to show up on the days when you have every reasonable excuse not to. He himself built one of the greatest philosophical minds in history from a position of total powerlessness. He had no gym, no equipment, no freedom, no comfort. He had only his mind. You have everything he didn't. A gym, a body, freedom, resources. What is your excuse? Epictetus was born a slave and died one of the most free men who ever lived. Not free in body, free in mind. He taught us 5 things that every Stoic athlete must carry into every training session. 1. Control only what you control. Effort, attitude, consistency. Release everything else. 2. Seek voluntary hardship. Lean into discomfort deliberately. Build your inner citadel, one hard rep at a time. 3. Judge yourself on effort alone, never on outcome. Full effort with any result is success. Less than full effort with any result is the only real failure. 4. Train your body as a tool, not an identity. Build capability and discipline. The aesthetics follow. 5. Decide who you are, then act accordingly. Every single day, without exception. Epictetus had nothing and became everything. You have everything. Now go become someone worthy of it. This is Stoic athlete. Train your body, master your mind. Live like a Stoic Sutter for a new video every week. The ancient philosophers are waiting.